What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metro and Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the game Time Slip, which was released on the Super Nintendo by Big Tokai and Sales Curve Interactive, now currently known as Square Enix Europe. And the plot of the game is that uh, some aliens from the planet called Tiamat discover some type of time space rift and send out a probe, and that eventually finds Earth. But these aliens, when they found Earth and from the information, they decided to like live there and pretty much invade Earth, pretty much, and try to wipe out humanity and stuff like that. Uh, um, Pretty much when a guy named Dr. Victor Gilgamesh found out about the whole thing, they destroyed his lab. He was on a mission to stop the aliens from taking over the Earth and stuff like that. Now, this game is pretty much a run and gun game, pretty similar to the Contra franchise and the Metal Slug series, and where you play as Dr. Victor Vincent Gilgamesh, you know, and Dr. Gilgamesh pretty much traveled through time to fight the aliens and stuff like that. And pretty much the time periods are the medieval age, the Cretaceous, ancient Egypt, ancient Rome, and invasion 2147. Now, each time period, with the exception of ancient Rome, had are divided into sections. The medieval age has three sections. The Cretaceous has two. Ancient Egypt has like three. Like I said, Rome only has one stage, and Invasion 2147 pretty much has two. You know what I'm saying? So with that, you have like three, two, pretty much around 10 stages and stuff like that, 10 or 11 stages and stuff like that. Now, you start the game pretty much with a machine gun, but you can pretty much get power ups for it. You know what I'm saying? Where there's like a three-shot missile upgrade. That's the final upgrade for the gun. And if you die, the you go down to the previous upgrade that you had. Plus, you can also get red rockets, purple rockets, green grenades, and stuff like that, along with a grayish looking grenade and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then there's the fact that you have like a power bar called the TGS, which slowly drains and stuff like that, and you have to grab diamonds to keep it up a good level. You know what I'm saying? Because if that power bar completely drains, you die and everything. Then there's the fact you grab batteries to restore your health, and the batteries pretty much look like a C battery. You know what I'm saying? And you get this orange triangle, which serves as a temporary invisibility and stuff like that. Plus, you can press R and the R and L buttons to switch between the special weapons that you can use. You know what I'm saying? And those special weapons, pretty much, like I mentioned before, I like the red rockets, purple rockets, green grenades, stuff like that. They're very useful when you're fighting against one of the bosses and stuff like that. So I'm pretty much saying like take advantage of the those special weapons when you're fighting against one of the bosses and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, the graphics and design for Time Slip are pretty good with some decent color palettes and stuff like that. Now, the controls and gameplay are pretty good, you know what I'm saying? And it is worth noting that the controls and gameplay are the main aspect of the game that's pretty similar to Contra 3, you know what I'm saying? Even though the jumping is kind of stiff, you know. Now, the soundtrack to Time Slip is pretty decent, and it fits the tone of the game, in my opinion. Now, Time Slip is a pretty decent run and gun game. You know what I'm saying? even though it's not technically the best shooting game that was released on the Super Nintendo, but it is worth checking out, though. You know what I'm saying? As far as the score, I definitely give it a 7 out of 10. It got some good things in it, like the graphics are pretty good and stuff like that. But the jumping in is kind of stiff. I don't get why you can't run a gun while using one of the buttons, but you can run a gun with by pressing like X, but you can't do it by pressing B. So I don't know why the programmers did the program did the gameplay like that, but it's a minor thing. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, you can uh, talk about game flip in the comment section of the video. You can say whatever's on your mind in the comment section, whether you like it or hate it, whatever the case. You can pretty much sound off. You know, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Network Fan 12 signing off.